What if I told you that every dollar bill in your wallet carries hidden geometric codes that the elite use to manifest unlimited wealth while keeping you completely unconscious of the same technology? I know how frustrating it is when you work incredibly hard, but somehow the wealthy keep getting richer while you're left wondering what secret knowledge they possess. You've probably tried different investment strategies, manifestation techniques, and success programs, but there's always this nagging feeling that the real wealth builders know something you don't. After studying the financial systems of the world's most successful families and decoding the mathematical patterns hidden in our currency for over a decade, I discovered something that changed everything. What I found wasn't just theory. It was the practical technology that secret societies have used for centuries to concentrate wealth. Today, I'm going to reveal the exact 3 geometric codes that secret societies embed in every dollar bill to manifest unlimited wealth. You'll discover why the golden ratio appears on your money, how to activate Fibonacci spirals in your own life, and the 21-day protocol that can literally rewire your brain to attract abundance using the same quantum patterns that govern the universe. What you're about to learn isn't theory. It's the practical technology of manifestation that combines 5,000-year-old wisdom with cutting-edge quantum research from 2025. By the end of this 20-minute video, you'll have the exact same 3 geometric activation protocols the elite use to create abundance, plus the step-by-step system to implement them starting tonight. Let's start with the breakthrough discovery that's validating what ancient mystics knew about the mathematical language of reality itself. In 2025, researchers discovered that cobalt neobate crystals exhibit quantum properties that respond directly to geometric frequencies, specifically the golden ratio of 1.618. This isn't just another scientific curiosity. This discovery proves that sacred geometry operates as a fundamental programming language for quantum reality. When you understand how to speak this language, you literally reprogram the quantum field to manifest wealth. The golden ratio isn't random mathematics. It's the growth algorithm of the universe itself. Every galaxy, every nautilus shell, every flower petal follows this exact proportion because it represents the most efficient energy pattern for creation and expansion. When you align your consciousness with these frequencies, you're literally synchronizing with the creative force that builds worlds. I know this might sound like science fiction, but stay with me for just 30 seconds. Imagine your consciousness as a cosmic tuning fork that can literally change the frequency of money flowing toward you. That's exactly what we're talking about here, and it gets even more fascinating. But here's what makes this revolutionary. Recent discoveries about the amplituhedron have shown that the geometry underlying particle interactions follows the same sacred proportions found in ancient temples and modern currency. The universe doesn't just contain geometric patterns. The universe is geometric patterns, and those patterns respond to consciousness when you know how to activate them. Think about this for a moment. If reality itself is constructed from geometric frequencies, and your consciousness can influence these frequencies, then manifesting wealth becomes a matter of geometric alignment. This is exactly what ancient civilizations understood, and it's why their symbols still hold power today. What's fascinating is that this quantum breakthrough isn't revealing something new. It's confirming what ancient civilizations already understood thousands of years ago. The mathematical precision we're discovering in 2025 labs was already encoded in temples built millennia before modern science existed. The answer lies in the wisdom traditions that have been systematically suppressed and hidden from mainstream knowledge. Ancient Egypt wasn't just building monuments. They were constructing massive geometric amplification devices that could align human consciousness with the fundamental frequencies of abundance. The Great Pyramid of Giza incorporates the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, and precise angular measurements that create what researchers now call wealth-binding geometry. These weren't tombs for dead pharaohs. They were consciousness activation chambers designed to synchronize the human biofield with cosmic abundance frequencies. Why? They discovered something about consciousness and geometry that modern billionaires are secretly using today. The pharaohs weren't just building monuments. They were constructing wealth-generating machines that operated on mathematical principles we're only now rediscovering. Secret societies like the Freemasons, the Illuminati, and Rosicrucians have preserved this knowledge through their symbols and rituals. They've embedded these geometric codes into currency, architecture, and corporate logos, not as decoration, but as active manifestation technology that continuously programs the collective unconscious for wealth concentration among those who understand the system. Every time you handle money, you're interacting with sacred geometric frequencies. The pyramid and eye on the dollar bill, the pentagonal symbolism, the specific proportions and measurements aren't accidents. They're activation codes designed to create abundance for those conscious enough to work with them and to keep wealth flowing away from those who remain unconscious of their power. They're activation codes designed to create abundance for those conscious enough to work with them and to keep wealth flowing away from those who remain unconscious of their power. This is why the same families and institutions have controlled global wealth for centuries. They understand that abundance isn't created through effort alone. It's created through geometric alignment with the mathematical principles that govern universal energy flow. Think about this for a moment. Every time you've handled money and felt somehow diminished afterward, every time abundance seemed to slip through your fingers despite your efforts, you weren't failing. You were unconsciously programmed by symbols designed to redirect your wealth elsewhere. This isn't about blame, it's about awakening to your true power. But here's where this knowledge transforms from their weapon into your power. Because understanding how they use these codes means you can reclaim them for your own abundance. The same geometric frequencies they've hoarded can become your personal manifestation technology. Sacred geometry provides specific shapes and patterns that function as manifestation machines when you know how to work with them properly. These aren't mystical concepts. They're practical technologies that amplify your consciousness and align your biofield with abundance frequencies. The 5 Platonic solids represent the geometric building blocks of all material reality. The tetrahedron amplifies focus and intention. The cube grounds energy into physical manifestation. The octahedron balances opposing forces. Think of it this way: if your consciousness was a smartphone, these geometric shapes are like apps. Each one runs a different program in your reality. The tetrahedron is your focus app, the cube is your manifestation app, and so on. You don't need to understand the programming code. You just need to know which app to open. The icosahedron enhances creativity and flow. The dodecahedron connects you to cosmic consciousness and infinite potential. When you meditate with these shapes, visualize their geometries, or place physical models in your environment, you're literally programming your space and consciousness with the fundamental frequencies of creation. Each shape acts as a tuning fork that aligns different aspects of your energy system with specific manifestation outcomes. While the Platonic solids work as individual instruments in your manifestation orchestra, there's one ancient pattern that combines and amplifies all these geometric frequencies into a single, unified power source. The Sri Yantra is perhaps the most powerful of all manifestation geometries. This ancient Sanskrit pattern contains 9 interlocking triangles that create 43 smaller triangles, forming a complex mandala that represents the geometric structure of consciousness itself. When you focus on this pattern during meditation, you're aligning your awareness with the mathematical blueprint for abundance. Neuroscience research has shown that contemplating the Sri Yantra synchronizes both brain hemispheres and activates the same neural patterns associated with deep states of flow and peak performance. Your brain literally reorganizes itself to match the geometric harmony of the pattern, which then radiates outward to influence your external reality through quantum field interactions. The key is understanding that these shapes aren't just symbols to look at, they're tools to embody. When you visualize sacred geometry with clear intention, you're using your consciousness as a programming interface to modify the quantum field according to geometric principles that naturally create abundance. Remember those quantum patterns we discovered that respond to geometric frequencies. The Fibonacci sequence is the master key that unlocks them all. It's nature's own wealth creation algorithm that governs everything from market cycles to galactic spirals. But what I'm about to show you next will literally reprogram how your brain thinks about money forever. The Fibonacci sequence isn't just a mathematical curiosity. It's the growth pattern that governs everything from stock market cycles to the spiral structure of galaxies. The Fibonacci sequence is the master key that unlocks them all. It's nature's own wealth creation algorithm that governs everything from market cycles to galactic spirals. But what I'm about to show you next will literally reprogram how your brain thinks about money forever. This sequence appears in economic expansion cycles, population growth, and even the timing of market rallies and corrections. When you align your wealth-building activities with Fibonacci proportions, you're working with the natural rhythm of abundance itself. Let me show you exactly how this works with a real example. Sarah, a freelance designer, started with $1,000 in savings. Using Fibonacci proportions, her next target became $1,618, then $2,618. Within 18 months, she had reached $6,854, all by following this natural growth pattern instead of setting arbitrary goals that fight against cosmic law. Here's how this works practically. The Fibonacci spiral moves in ratios of 1.618, which means that each expansion is 1.618 times larger than the previous phase. If you structure your wealth-building goals using these proportions, you're programming your subconscious to expect and create expansion that follows natural law rather than fighting against it. Start with your current financial position as your base number. Multiply by 1.618 to find your next expansion target. Then multiply that result by 1.618 for the following phase. This creates a prosperity spiral that accelerates naturally because it follows the same pattern that governs universal growth. Here's what Sarah told me when she hit that $6,854 milestone. It felt like the universe was finally working with me instead of against me. For the first time, money felt natural, almost effortless. That's the power of working with cosmic mathematics instead of fighting it. But there's something even more powerful happening when you work with Fibonacci proportions. Recent neuroscience research has discovered that human brainwaves naturally organize into Fibonacci ratios during states of peak performance and creative flow. Your brain literally operates according to sacred geometry when you're functioning at your highest level. This means you can use geometric meditation to induce brainwave states that naturally attract abundance. When you visualize the golden spiral while setting financial intentions, you're synchronizing your neural activity with the same frequency patterns that govern natural wealth creation. Your consciousness becomes a prosperity generator operating on cosmic principles. Here's where this gets absolutely insane. What if I told you the most powerful manifestation happens not when you're breathing, but in the silence between breaths? The ultimate secret combines brainwave entrainment with sacred geometry, visualization, to create what researchers call consciousness field coherence. This state allows your awareness to directly interface with the quantum field and program reality according to geometric principles that naturally manifest abundance. Let me break this down into simple steps that anyone can follow. We'll start with the foundation, a specific breathing pattern that creates the perfect brainwave state for geometric programming. First, you'll use specific breathing patterns to induce gamma brainwave states of 40 Hz, which is the frequency at which your consciousness can most effectively influence quantum field fluctuations. Then you'll layer sacred geometric visualizations that encode your intentions into the mathematical language that reality uses to construct experience. Start with controlled breathing using the 4-7-8 pattern. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This ratio creates harmonic resonance in your nervous system that naturally synchronizes with golden ratio frequencies. Your biofield begins oscillating in coherent patterns that can influence your external environment. As you breathe, visualize a golden spiral emerging from your heart center, expanding outward in perfect Fibonacci proportions. See this spiral connecting you to infinite cosmic abundance, drawing wealth toward you like a geometric magnet. Feel the mathematical precision of this pattern, aligning every cell in your body with prosperity consciousness. Now layer the Sri Yantra pattern over your golden spiral visualization. See the 9 interlocking triangles forming within your spiral, creating a complex mandala of manifestation geometry. This combination activates both linear growth patterns and multidimensional consciousness expansion simultaneously. Now, I want you to pause this video for just 5 seconds and take one golden ratio breath with me. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Did you feel that subtle shift? That's your nervous system beginning to sync with abundance frequencies. We're not just learning about this, we're activating it right now. Hold this visualization while focusing on your specific abundance intentions. Don't just think about what you want. Feel the geometric patterns reorganizing reality to manifest your desires. See wealth flowing toward you through the mathematical channels you've created with your consciousness. Practice this protocol for exactly 21 minutes daily, which is 3 times 7, a sacred ratio that maximizes neuroplasticity and quantum field coherence. After 21 days, your brain will have rewired itself to naturally operate in alignment with abundance frequencies, making wealth attraction an automatic function of your consciousness. Advanced practitioners combine this with physical sacred geometry tools. Place a physical Sri Yantra in your meditation space, arrange crystals in platonic solid formations, or use golden ratio proportions in your environment to amplify the geometric frequencies you're working with. The elite use these exact techniques in private meditation chambers designed according to sacred architectural principles. Their homes, offices, and meeting spaces incorporate precise geometric ratios that continuously program their consciousness for wealth creation. They understand that environment shapes consciousness, and consciousness shapes reality. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds incredibly powerful, but also potentially overwhelming. That's exactly why the implementation strategy is crucial, because rushing into these advanced frequencies can actually work against you. Your consciousness needs time to adapt to operating at these higher geometric frequencies. Start with simple practices and gradually increase complexity as your neural pathways reorganize around abundance patterns. Think of this as upgrading your mental operating system to run manifestation software based on cosmic mathematics. Begin with 5 minutes of golden ratio breathing daily for the first week. Simply inhale and exhale in the rhythm of 1.618, which means your exhale should be about 1.6 times longer than your inhale. This establishes basic resonance with abundance frequencies without overwhelming your nervous system. Add Sri Yantra contemplation in week 2. Spend 5 minutes focusing on this sacred pattern, allowing its geometry to imprint itself on your consciousness. Don't try to memorize every detail. Simply let your awareness absorb the harmonic proportions naturally. Here's something fascinating that happens in week 2 that most people don't expect, and it completely validates that the geometry is actually working. Your dreams start becoming more vivid and structured. Why? Because your subconscious mind is beginning to organize itself according to the same mathematical patterns you're practicing consciously. In week 3, combine breathing with visualization. Create the golden spiral emanating from your heart while maintaining golden ratio breath rhythm. This integration activates both your nervous system and your imagination in harmony with manifestation mathematics. Week 4 introduces the complete protocol with full 21-minute sessions. By this point, your brain will have developed the neural pathways necessary to sustain advanced geometric consciousness states without strain. Most importantly, pay attention to how reality begins shifting around you. You'll notice increased synchronicities, unexpected opportunities and resources appearing in perfect timing. These aren't coincidences, they're the natural result of your consciousness operating in alignment with the geometric principles that organize universal abundance. Keep a manifestation journal to track these changes. Record not just material results, but also shifts in your thinking, feeling, and perception. You're literally evolving into a different kind of being, one whose consciousness naturally creates wealth through geometric harmony with cosmic law. As you progress through these 4 weeks, you'll literally feel your relationship with money and abundance transforming. Your consciousness will become a geometric wealth generator, operating on the same cosmic principles that create galaxies and grow forests. Remember, the elite have used these techniques for centuries while keeping them hidden from mass awareness. You now have access to the same geometric technology that has created dynasties and shaped civilizations. Your only limitation is your willingness to practice these protocols consistently and trust the mathematical precision of their operation. Take a moment right now to feel what you've accomplished in these 20 minutes together. You came seeking the hidden codes of abundance, and now you possess the exact geometric frequencies that program money itself. The golden ratio of 1.62618 that appears in every dollar bill, the Fibonacci spirals that govern natural wealth expansion from 1000 to 1618 to 2618, and the precise 478 breathing protocol that synchronizes your consciousness with cosmic abundance patterns in just 21 minutes daily. More importantly, you have the complete 4-week activation sequence that will literally rewire your brain to operate as a geometric wealth generator, starting tonight with just 3 minutes of golden ratio breathing. Tonight, before you sleep, practice exactly 3 minutes of golden ratio breathing. Inhale for 2 counts, exhale for 3. 2 counts. This isn't just relaxation. You're literally programming your nervous system with the same frequency that structures galaxies and grows forests. Tomorrow, we'll activate the Sri Yantra visualization. Day 7, you'll add the Platonic solid meditation. By day 21, your brain will have rewired itself to naturally operate in alignment with abundance frequencies, making wealth attraction an automatic function of your consciousness. You now possess the same geometric codes that secret societies have guarded for centuries. The golden ratio frequency that programs your currency, the Fibonacci spirals that govern natural growth, the platonic solids that structure reality itself, and the advanced activation protocols that can literally rewire your consciousness for abundance. But knowledge without application remains powerless. The universe operates according to mathematical principles, not wishful thinking. These geometric technologies work precisely because they align your consciousness with the fundamental laws that govern energy and matter. When you practice these protocols consistently, you're not hoping for abundance. You're activating the same cosmic mechanisms that create galaxies and grow forests. The choice is yours. You can continue living unconsciously, handling money without understanding its geometric programming, or you can claim your birthright as a conscious creator who understands how to speak the mathematical language of manifestation. The elite count on your ignorance of these technologies. They've structured our educational system to ignore sacred geometry, our financial system to hide its geometric programming, and our culture to ridicule the spiritual sciences that reveal how consciousness creates reality. But now you know their secrets. You have the codes. You understand the mathematics of manifestation. The only question remaining is whether you'll use them. Join our sacred geometry in a circle by hitting subscribe and the bell icon right now. In the comments below, share your first 24-hour result from the golden ratio breathing. Whether it's a synchronicity, unexpected opportunity, or shift in awareness. Your experience becomes part of our collective manifestation field that amplifies abundance for everyone in this community. Then tonight, start your geometric transformation. Set a timer for exactly 3 minutes. Inhale for 2 counts, exhale for 3. 2 counts, and feel your nervous system sync with abundance frequencies. Tomorrow, return for the Sri Yantra visualization that unlocks the next level. The geometric revolution isn't just individual transformation. It's conscious creators awakening together, one breath at a time. The geometric revolution begins with you. Your abundance awaits activation.